Welcome to Antelope Valley High School. Today, women's softball action, Golden League action, as the Palmdale Eagles take on the Antelope Valley Lopes. Palmdale comes into the game 0-15, 0-9 in league. The Lopes are 5-11, 1-8 in league, number 7 versus number 8. And right now, Antelope Valley has taken the field and is getting ready. Beautiful day for softball. Wind is blowing, the sunshine is out, and we should have the start of our game in about 2 or 3 minutes. They're taking their warm-ups, waiting for the starting pitcher, Trinity McIntosh, to take the mound, or to take the circle, if you will. Trinity, of course, played last year. Good athlete, good pitcher, good hitter, getting ready to take her warm-ups, and we're close to baseball time. The wind is blowing. Golden League action, of course, finds Highland High School on the top of the heap. They're 9-0. Quartz Hill is 8-1. Lancaster's 5-3. Eastside 5-4. Knight is 4-5. Little Rock is 3-5. Antelope Valley High School 1-8 in league, and Palmdale trying to get on the board at 0-9. The Lopes have a 4-game losing streak. Their last win, though, was against Palmdale. They beat Palmdale in Palmdale 16-4. That was on March 31st. The Falcons lost to Quartz Hill 11-0 in their last outing. Falcons will lead off. Emily Walden, followed by Angelica Ramirez, and in the hole in the first inning will be Elise Alvarado. We'll set the defense for you. For the Lady Lopes at third base, Jasmine Westberg. Mejia's at short. Elsa Williams is at second base. April Ambrose is at first. Behind the plate, Miracle Zabala. Setting the outfield, Esperanza Rico is in left. Isabella Robles is in center. Samantha Gonzalez is the right fielder. It's Mia Mejia at short. I didn't have her first name written down, but she is the shortstop, and we're just about ready. Trinity getting her handy-dandy protective mask on, placed there by her father, who also coaches first base. McIntosh family, highly represented here. If you look at the field, the dimensions here are very, very slight. The last game we did, we were at Steve Owen Park, and the softball field was more of a adult dimension field, and it was almost impossible to hit a home run. This field, I'm not sure what the exact dimensions are, but they can't be too much beyond 200 feet. And with the wind blowing, especially to right field today, very possible you can see some home run action. These program reminders: Antelope Valley will be playing Lancaster on the 21st. Palmdale will be playing at home against Highland also on the 21st. That's Tuesday next week. And L28 with our handy-dandy crew, the awesome crew of Joe Leo, Jacobo Garrido, Angel Stephenson, Chris Saunders, Annabelle Vo, and Jen Seguin, who have done their best to get ready for this one. We will all be at Paraclete as they play Montgomery Bishop on Tuesday the 21st. We are just about ready to go. Emily Walden steps in. Our home plate umpire, Baron Harrell. On the bases, Matt Berry. If you'll remember, Matt actually was the home plate umpire in the Desert Christian game the other day. He's on the bases today. Harrell behind the plate. McIntosh gets ready. We are underway. First pitch low. Infield playing shallow. You almost have to get the fleet-footed runners that often play softball. Trinity to the plate. Line drive right at the second baseman. She knocks it down, has it, throws, and gets her. Elsa Williams kept it in front of her. 1 down. Ramirez the batter. Angelica the shortstop. Alvarado on deck. Trinity McIntosh back to work. High and away. Outfield shaded left and right. The left fielder is guarding the line. The center fielder, I should say, is off to the right. Right field normal depth. Swung on and missed. Sun is shining. Not too hot. Moderate wind. Trinity to the plate. Bunted foul. Count 1-2 now. Alvarado on deck. Aguilar in the hole. Trinity to the plate. Lifted in the air. Could be trouble. Fighting the sunshine. And unable to get the ball is the right fielder. So we've got a double for sure. They're going to waiver to third. Gonzalez fought the sunshine and the wind. Couldn't quite get there, and it landed just inside the foul line. Runner on third, 1 out. Golden opportunity for an RBI for Elise Alvarado. The wind is blowing hard now. I said moderate wind. I'm going to call it almost heavy wind. And you could see it on that fly ball. Trinity to the plate. Swung on and missed. You're watching the action on L28. McIntosh to the plate. They bluff a bunt. It's bunt down nicely. She got her at the plate. Trinity got the ball and got the tag. 2 down. Big play. Real nice bunt, but the dirt made it go nowhere. It just didn't get far enough away from home plate. McIntosh, a good athlete, ran in, made the play. 2 down. Runner at first now. Trinity to the plate, in the dirt. Runner's going. Easily takes second. McIntosh to the plate inside. Runner bluffs going to third. Aguilar the batter. Slow grounder. Close play at first, but they get her. Aguilar retired 4-3. They strand the batter. Had a runner nailed at the plate at the end of a half inning. No score. Lopes coming up. L28 bringing you sports.
Well, we definitely got a good game today, Larry.
Hope you're enjoying the action.
Guys, keep it locked into L28 Sports.
And they're clapping it up. Let's go.
Welcome to Lancaster, California.
It's going to be a lot of friendly but fierce competition coming our way.
To the basket he goes, lays it up, and he's going to get an and one. Touchdown. Underneath it, could go all the way. It lays it up and in after the steal. On his horse, 1 man to beat. Off to the races momentarily.
shout out to our viewers. Thank you for tuning into this L28 Sports live stream.
We go to the bottom of the first. No score. Zabala, Mejia, and McIntosh will bat for the Lady Lopes. On the mound, Elise Alvarado. Setting the defense of Palmdale, Emily Walden is at third base. Angelica Ramirez is the shortstop. Elena Garcia at second base. Olivia Araval Dillon, the first baseman. The catcher is Ileana Aguilar. In the outfield, Escobedo is in left field. That's Amy Escobedo. Haley Sanchez is in center field. Rosemary Calderon is the right fielder. And once again on the mound, Elise Alvarado. The wind is really blowing. It blew our canopy off in between innings. And with some handy construction work, aided by our home plate umpire, Baron Harrell, hopefully things are going to be a little less treacherous. Just about ready for the coming down pitch. Raleigh McIntosh, father of Trinity, goes to first base to coach first base. Coach Hanrahan will coach third base for the Lopes. Zabala steps in. She has her own walk-up music. Almost ready for the bottom of the first. First pitch in the dirt. Outfield very shallow. Two ways to play it. A lot of teams play their outfield very shallow and make it difficult to get anything to drop in. Pitch in the dirt again. Other teams play it safe. Calderon guarding the line in right field.
You can just sit on it.
Pitch in the dirt again. 3 balls, no strikes. Mejia waits on deck. Right down the pipe. Off-speed pitch. High in the strike zone, but a strike nonetheless. Just missed. Zabala aboard. Zabala with a base on balls. Mia Mejia steps in. Mejia, the shortstop. Pitch inside. Ball goes to the backstop. Zabala scampers to second. Lady softball from Antelope Valley High School. The Lady Lopes. Falcons of Palmdale. Pitch away. Once again, it goes to the backstop. Zabala now at third. McIntosh on deck. Meatball pitch goes to the backstop. Runner holds. Got a little equipment problem for Aguilar. She might have to trade shin guards. Hanrahan talks things over with Mejia. McIntosh instructing his hitter to stroke down on it a little bit. Pitch in for a strike. Zabala standing at third. Swung on and missed. Meatball pitch high in the strike zone. Maybe a little out of the strike zone. We got a full count now. Mejia wanted that one. Alvarado to the plate. Lifted in the air. This could be a dunker. Falls into left field for a base hit. The run's going to score. Lopes aboard. RBI single for Mejia. McIntosh steps in. She has a nice stance. Quite the hitter to go with her pitching. In the dirt. Ball goes to the backstop. Mejia takes second. Outfield shallow and shaded to left. Right fielder playing very shallow as well. Here comes the pitch. Just missed. 2-0. Lady Lopes making some noise in the dugout off to our left. Alvarado back to work. Good pitch. Right down the pipe. Alvarado to the plate. Lifted up in the air, should be playable. Fighting the wind and making the catch is Ramirez, one down. Elsa Williams steps in. Elsa, the second baseman, had two putouts. First pitch, high and inside. Two actual assists on plays in the first inning. Line drive to left. This is going to be over the head of the left fielder. That'll get a run home for sure. Williams will take second. We'll see if they waive her to third or hold her on. They're going to hold her to a double. Mejia scores. Williams with the double and the RBI. 2-0 now. Lopes on top. First pitch way high. April Ambrose, the captain, first baseman, is the batter. In the dirt. Runner's going to go. Williams takes third. Robles on deck. Alvarado misses low. Alvarado to the plate in the dirt. Alvarado's missed low quite a bit so far. Armbrust aboard. Robles the batter. Right down the pipe. Westberg on deck. 2 runs across. Runner at third, runner at first, 1 out. Lifted in the air. Fighting the wind, going back, making the over-shoulder catch is Ramirez, 2 down. Westberg steps in, 2 across, runners at first and third, 2 down. Pitch, right down the pipe. Runner's going to take second. Way high. Bit of a meatball pitch. Alvarado just trying to throw strikes. Hope the defense helps. So far, shortstop Ramirez has come through. In the dirt. Runners have to hold. Jasmine Westberg takes in the dirt. Westberg is the third baseman. Outfield very shallow, shaded a little bit to left, although the right fielder, Calderon, guarding against the line. Pitch in the dirt. Westberg aboard with the walk. Esperanza steps in. Pitch misses inside. Esperanza, the left fielder. That's Esperanza Rico, waiting at the plate. Way high. No place to put her. Elise Alvarado looks in and now to the plate. Right down the pipe. Good pitch. In the dirt again. No place to put her. It's 3-1. Rico waits. Inside corner. Count runs full. Palmdale really needs an out. Lopes trying to break it open. Payoff pitch. Way high. Runner scores on the walk. Third run across for the Lopes. Westberg takes second. Ambrose to third. Gonzalez the batter. Pitch low. Zabala with the catcher's gear on deck. Just missed inside. Good job by Gonzalez not to chase after the inside pitch. He would have hit it, but it would have hit it foul. Back to the plate. Oh, that's right down the pipe. To the plate again. Now the good pitch. Pitch in the dirt. And that's ball 4. I did not hang with the count there. I thought one of the pitches that was called a ball was actually a strike. Gonzalez aboard. Ambrose scores. It's now 4-0. Antelope Valley on top. Sometimes it's hard to tell when the umpire is indicating whether it's a strike or whether he's motioning where the ball was. Zavala drew a walk earlier in the inning. First pitch way high. Pitch in the dirt again. Outfield shaded a little to left. Good pitch. Pitch was high. It cut through the plate, but it was way high. 3-1. Alvarado to the plate. Ball 4. Five runs across here in the first. Bases remain loaded. Mejia, the batter. She singled and drove in a run in her first at bat. Pitch in the dirt. Runners have to hold. Alvarado walks back into the circle. Loneliest place in the world is being a softball pitcher. Alvarado to the plate. Good pitch, lifted in the air, foul, and out of play. Into the dugout. Two balls, one strike, bases loaded, 5 across. Bottom of the first here, Antelope Valley High School. Elise Alvarado to the plate. Line drive, base hit into left field. That gets one in. They're going to hold the runners. Bases, no, they're going to wave her to the plate. Could be close. Oh, they nail her. Rico scores. Gonzalez nailed at the plate. That will do it in the bottom of the first. 6 runs across for the Lady Lopes. At the end of one, 6-0 Antelope Valley. Newsom likes the shot, ranks the 3. Tonight, high school football action. Ground ball to third, big hop there. Cowan's going to come to the plate and she'll score. Shot on goal, it's goal. Wide open, takes the 3. Will he hit it? Yes, sir. With a second goal.
He drove that ball pretty much right down the center there.
Throw to the plate, not in time. 2 runs across. Lattimore into the end zone. Kick is up and right through.
Benjamin around the ref. And he
Are you kidding me? Shot on goal. Good. Cruz makes it 3-1.
What a finish. What a play at midfield.
We're getting ready for the top of the second. Lopes on top 6-0. Trimble, Arval Dillon, and Calderon will bat for Palmdale. Back to work. Trinity McIntosh. Just about ready. They're calling balls in. Not many warm-ups for McIntosh. Here's the coming down pitch. Ramirez was stranded at third base in the first inning. Lillian Trimble steps in. We're ready for the start of the second. McIntosh on the rubber. Outfield straightaway and deep. Good first pitch. Outside corner at the knees. Trinity to the plate. Up the middle. Nice stab there at short. Beautiful play, but the throw's in the dirt. Mejia made a nice play to field it. Couldn't record the out at first. Trimble aboard. Arval Dillon steps in. Tough pitch at the letters, outside corner. Not very hittable. Got to be ready for that one. McIntosh to the plate. Swung on and missed. Calderon on deck. Palmdale trying to answer. Noise from the dugout. Foul to the screen. Runner was going. Trinity makes ready. Olivia waits. Grounded to the hole. Base hit into right field. She fought it off nicely. First and second. It's actually first and third. Trimble went all the way to third base. Palmdale's in business. Calderon steps in. High and away. Runner's going to second. Runner thought about coming home. Second and third. Rosemary Calderon. McIntosh to the plate. Fouled off. Two on, nobody out. To the plate. Fouled away. Palmdale hitters have kind of been groping for their timing, if you will, and by the time the third or fourth pitch comes around, they made some contact. 1-2. McIntosh to the plate. Swung on a miss. Good fastball. And that is strike 3. 1 away. First strikeout for McIntosh. Good fastball. Escobedo steps in. 2 on, 1 out. Top of the second. High and away. Two runners aboard. McIntosh to the plate. Swung on and missed. Not a good cut. Garcia's on deck. Sanchez in the hole. McIntosh to the plate. Lifted foul on the right side. Swung late. Got a fair amount of aluminum on the ball. McIntosh hoping for a strikeout to keep a lid on it. Possible bigger inning. Trinity to the plate. Low. Gets away. Runner's not going to go, though. Especially not with 1 out. Maybe on 2 outs you chance it. Count is even. Trinity to the plate. Swung on and missed. Down she goes. 2 strikeouts at a very opportune time for McIntosh. Runner still at second and third. And now Haley Sanchez steps in. Wind blowing as hard as ever. Pitch away. No, he called it a strike. It's on the corner. Harold holds back a little bit with when he lifts the arm, but he calls it verbally, if we can hear it. Swung on and missed, helped him out. Helped her out, I should say. In a hole now. McIntosh trying to strike out the side to get out of trouble. Palmdale making noise from the dugout. Swung on and missed, and that does it. McIntosh strikes out the side to get out of trouble. At the end of 1.5, score remains. Lady Lopes 6, Falcons nothing. We'll be back with the bottom of the second after this timeout.
You're watching L28.
You're watching L28 Sports.
Let's hear it, Spirit Zone!
Getting ready for the bottom of the first. Lopes on top 6-0. Dodged a bullet in the top of the second. They had runners at second and third. Nobody out, did Palmdale. Trinity McIntosh pitched her way out of trouble. 3 straight strikeouts to the bottom of the order. Palmdale gets ready in the field. McIntosh will lead it off here in the second. Trinity popped out to short. Alvarado back to work. First pitch, high and inside. Grounded sharply to third. Nice play there. Throwing across and nice dig out at first. Walden with the stab and catch. Olivia Aravalo Dillon made the dig out, one down. Nice play on both ends. McIntosh retired, 5-3. Williams the batter. Elsa doubled in her first at bat. To the backstop. Outfield shaded to left. Elsa waits. Low again. Comes the 3-0 pitch. Ball 4. Williams aboard. Ambrose the batter. Walked and scored a run in the first. Outfield shifts over now toward right. Ambrose the lefty. To the backstop, Williams is going to take second. Robles on deck. They're going to talk things over. Monica Dobson to the center circle. Monica has had her say with her squad. Walden, who was playing very shallow on that first at-bat of the inning, stabbed it cleanly. Throw was in the dirt. Aravalo Dillon made the play. Williams, though, at second base. High and away. Elise Alvarado. Meatball pitch sails high. Williams bluffed going. 3-0 now. In the dirt. Ambrose aboard. Robles steps in, retired on a tough chance by Ramirez in the first. First pitch is high. Pitch high again. Elise Alvarado on the mound. Pitch low. Throw goes beyond her. Right there, though. Second baseman Garcia. First and second, one out. Right down the pipe. Throw again goes all the way through, and Williams is going to go for third. Both runners move up, and Williams is going to come all the way to the plate. Williams scores. Ambrose takes second on the same play. It's actually a walk and a wild pitch, if you will. Pitch low. Ambrose takes third. Westberg the batter. Robles walked and is now at second. Gets the strike. Westberg waits. In the dirt. Second and third, one across. We're in the second, 7-0. Pitch in the dirt, dug out and retrieved by Aguilar. 3-1. Rico on deck. Swung on and missed. Count runs full now. Jasmine Westberg. Foul ball at the plate. Grounded weakly towards short. Run's going to score. They go to third and get the out there, I do believe, if she holds on to the ball. Nice play. Second out. Westberg at first on the play. Ambrose scores. Robles retired for the second out. Ramirez has played really well today. Made a couple of tough chances. Handled that one. Pitches a little looper, headed toward left field, in for a base hit. Just over the outstretched hands of Ramirez. Esperanza with the single. I keep calling her as though Esperanza is her last name. It's Esperanza Rico with the single. Pitch to the plate. Stays high. Westberg at second. Rico at first. In the dirt to the backstop. Runners don't go. 2-0. Walden guarding the line. Ramirez shaded to her right. Pitch hitter. Bases will be loaded now, I do believe. Gonzalez was the batter. She's hit by the pitch. Bases are now loaded. Zabala the batter. gets the strike. Grounded to the hole. Nice play. And running to the bag, making the play nicely, retiring the side, is Angelica Ramirez. She is sharp in the field. 2 runs across. Ambrose and Williams scored. At the end of 2, 8-0, Lopes on top. L28 bringing you sports.
But we definitely got a good game today, Larry.
Hope you're enjoying the action.
Guys, keep it locked into L28 Sports.
And they're clapping it up. Let's go.
Welcome to Lancaster, California.
It's going to be a lot of friendly but fierce competition coming our way.
To the basket he goes, lays it up, and he's going to get an and one. Touchdown. Underneath it, could go all the way. It lays it up and in after the steal. On his horse, one man to beat. Off to the races momentarily.
Shout out to our viewers. Thank you for tuning into this L28 Sports live stream.
We go to the third. 8-0. Lopes on top. McIntosh back to work. Pitch low. Walden, the batter. Grounded out. Second to first in her first at bat. Taken for a strike, 1-1. At the letters, tough pitch. Sometimes that high hard one, especially up and away, is really tough to deal with. Once again, we're in the top of the third. Pitch low. Ramirez on deck. McIntosh to the plate. Low again. Should be 3-1. We get a confirmation from Mr. Harrell. Trinity to the plate. Way high. Runner aboard. Ramirez was on with the help of the wind in the first. She was stranded at third base. Outfield shaded a little toward right field. McIntosh looks at a bunt possibility, pitches a strike, runner goes and takes second. Walden steals second. Ramirez waits. Good bunt. McIntosh goes the sure way to third. Sacrifice works. Walden takes third. Alvarado, the batter, trying to help herself. Swung on a missed. Top of the third, 8-0. Lopes on top. Palmdale trying to get on the board with a runner at third, one down. Inside corner at the knees. Elise Alvarado. Infield halfway. Outfield straightaway, but guarding the line and left. Little high. Nice job of holding up. Elise started a swing and held up. McIntosh to the plate. Lifted in the air. Foul and out of play. Bouncing behind us. Raleigh McIntosh signaling to his daughter who's on the mound. Trinity to the plate. Line drive down the left field line. Will it stay fair? Yes, inside. Fair ball. Runner scores. Stand-up double and an RBI for Elise Alvarado. Palmdale on the board. Aguilar the batter. Ileana grounded out, second to first in her first at-bat. Trinity McIntosh back to work. Outside corner at the letters. Once again, tough pitch. It's coming from down below. Sometimes your best bet is to kind of tomahawk it toward right center. Just try to make contact. Trinity's had that pitch today. To the plate. Swung on a missed. Once again, McIntosh had 3 strikeouts in the second. Aguilar waits. Inside corner, down she goes. 4th strikeout for McIntosh. Trimble the batter. Trimble, the designated player who bats in Sanchez's spot. Haley Sanchez in the field. Sails high. Alvarado showed a big lead after the pitch was thrown. Bluffed, possibly thinking about third base. In the dirt. She's coming. and slides in safely. She put the pressure on. And took advantage. One on, two out. McIntosh to the plate. Right down the pipe. Good pitch. Grounded foul. Count levels at 2-2. 8-1, Lopes on top. Palmdale trying to get their second run with Alvarado at third base. Up the middle. Going to be close at first, and they get her. Nice play. Trimble retired, and that does it here in the top of the third. Score remains 8-1. Lopes on top. Newsom likes the shot, range the three. Tonight, high school football action. Ground ball to third, big hop there. Cowan's going to come to the plate, and she'll score. Shot on goal, here's goal. Wide open, takes the three. Will he hit it? Yes, sirree. With a second goal.
He drove that ball pretty much right down the center there.
Throw to the plate, not in time. 2 runs across. Lattimore into the end zone. Kick is up and right through.
Benjamin around the ref. And he
Are
makes
you
the great
kidding me? Shot on goal, good. Cruz makes it 3-1.
What a finish. What a play at midfield.
We go to the bottom of the third. 8-1. Lopes on top. Mejia the batter. Takes a ball. Mia Mejia. She's the shortstop. I honestly think the wind blew that into the strike zone. I think that pitch was going to be inside, but the wind blew it to the right into the strike zone. That's how hard the wind and how low the wind is blowing. Alvarado will take it. Comes back to the plate. In the dirt. Three and one. Alvarado back to the plate. Swung on and missed. Count runs full. Way high. Mejia aboard. Takes off running like she wants second. She's going to go for it. Throw is there, and they got her. A lot of the time, that's a good gamble, but not with Angelica Ramirez. Ramirez is a really Sharp, shortstop, makes the tag. 1 down. McIntosh, the batter. McIntosh all the way, pitching well. Line drive to left, and it's going to go over the head of left fielder. Should be at least 2. Goes to the wall. Escobedo gets it to third. They're going to send her to third, and she's in with a slide. Trinity McIntosh with a triple, and they're going to give her home. I think the pitch, I should say the throw back in was out of play. Trinity scores. Call it a triple with some help. She laced it to left. Williams steps in. That makes it 9-1. Sails high. Williams knocked in a run, walked, has scored twice. Good pitch. Alvarado to the plate. Swung on and missed. Pitch was dropping. Williams in a hole, 1-2. Right down the pipe, down she goes. I believe that's the first strikeout for Alvarado. The captain, April Ambrose, steps in. Up the middle. Throw to first just in time. Nice play. Palmdale shining a little bit on the infield. The Lopes get another run, though, courtesy of Trinity McIntosh. At the end of 3, 9-1 Antelope Valley. We'll be back after this timeout.
You're watching L28.
You're watching L28 Sports.
Let's hear it, Spirit Zone!
Getting ready for the top of the 4th. 9-1. The Lady Lopes trying to get their second league win. Arevalo the batter. McIntosh back to work. High and away. Olivia Arevalo Dillon. McIntosh on the mound. Grounded to the hole at short. Tough play. Goes into left field for a base hit. Mejia had no chance of making a play, even had she been able to corral it. Olivia takes her lead. McIntosh to the plate. Sails it high. Pitch hitter. First and second. First and second, nobody out. McIntosh to the plate. Good pitch right down the pipe. Inside corner at the letters. Tough pitch. When McIntosh is high in the strike zone, she's a handful. Trinity to the plate. Waved that and missed. Down she goes. First and second, one down. We have a whole slew of substitutions by Palmdale, and we don't have them all on our roster. We're going to try to get them to you as we can. First and second, one out. This is Garcia's spot. Number 11, the sub. And we'll try to get her name, if possible, as soon as we can. McIntosh to the plate. Pulled a string. Good pitch. Change up. McIntosh to the plate, inside and low. I believe this is May Jimenez at the plate. Runners at first and second, one down. McIntosh to the plate. High. No. He called it a strike. Jimenez thought it was a ball. It was at the letters on the outside corner. Again, another one of those pitches high in the strike zone that's hard to deal with. The count runs full now, 3-2. Trinity to the plate. That one's high and away, ball 4. Jimenez aboard. Bases loaded, one out. Leadoff hitter Walden steps in. Bases loaded, 1 out. Outfield, straightaway deep in left. Straightaway in center. First pitch way high. Trinity to the plate. Just missed, a little outside. McIntosh to the plate. Grounded up the middle. Handled there for the moment. They go to second. I think it's a force play, so I think they're going to have an out recorded. The runner went by the base, got back, but by stepping on second base, that on the force play retires the out. But on the play, a run scores. Runner goes and takes second. Ramirez the batter. Pitch low. Runners at second and third. Runners at second and third. We're in the fourth. Swung on and missed. That may have been a little out of the strike zone, but it was in that spot that's very near where McIntosh has been able to really make hay. High and tight. McIntosh to the plate. Swung on and missed. Should run the count full. Alvarado on deck. Almost hit her. But with 3 balls, she's on via the walk. Elise Alvarado will try to help herself now. McIntosh back to work. Swung on a miss. Good high hard one. Alvarado had an RBI double. McIntosh to the plate. Grounded just foul outside of third. Good contact. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Coach Hanrahan says, get a base, any base for the out. Up a little at the corners. McIntosh to the plate, way high to the backstop. Nobody's going to go, though. Nine to 2, Lopes on top here. Top of the fourth. Alvarado waits. McIntosh to the plate. Up the middle towards center field, racing over and making the sliding catch in center field is Isabella Robles. Big play in the outfield. And that will retire the side of the Falcons. They do score a run at the end of 3.5. 9 to 2, Lopes on top. We'll be back with more action after this timeout. L28 bringing you sports.
But we definitely got a good game today, Larry.
Hope you're enjoying the action.
Guys, keep it locked into L28 Sports.
And they're clapping it up. Let's go.
Welcome to Lancaster, California.
It's going to be a lot of friendly but fierce competition coming our way.
To the basket he goes, lays it up, and he's going to get an and one. Touchdown. Underneath it, could go all the way. It lays it up and in after the steal. On his horse, one man to beat. Off to the races momentarily.
Shout out to our viewers. Thank you for tuning into this L28 Sports live stream.
We go to the bottom of the fourth. We've got some of the names of the substitutes Palmdale put in the game. Genesis Zaragoza came in for Calderon. Jasmine Martinez came in for Escobedo. And Maya Jimenez came in for Elena Garcia. We did our best to keep up with things. We had to take a picture of the lineup and scroll down to find the names. But once again, Zaragoza, Martinez, and Jimenez in now for Palmdale. Hope you're enjoying the action. Palmdale versus Antelope Valley. Lopes up in the bottom of the fourth. Pitch to the backstop. Isabella Robles, the batter. Low again. Westberg on deck. Rico in the hole. First base, ball four. Westberg, the batter, scored a run in the first. Handled by the first baseman. And it's a double play. Arevalo Dillon made the play. Should be 2 down now. Rico the batter. 2 down. Timely double play. High and tight. Pitch away. Elise Alvarado from the circle. Right down the pipe. Outfield shaded to left field. Ball 4. Chacon is the batter, pinch hitting for Gonzalez. Way high to the backstop. Runner's going to go and take second. Alvarado to the plate, way high again. One on, 2 outs. In the dirt. Three and 0. Chacon aboard. Waiting for Zabala. She had to take the shin guards off. Wind starting to whip up a bit. Outfield shaded to left with Escobedo really hugging the line. Pitch in the dirt. Nine to 2, bottom of the 4th. Zabala scored in the first after walking. Hit towards center, could be trouble. Fighting the wind, it's off the glove of the center fielder. That's going to get at least 1 home, maybe 2. They're going to wave her to the plate. Here comes the play at the plate, could be close. I think they got her, oh yes. No, they call her safe. They applied the tag, but I think her foot touched the plate. I understand the frustration because the ball was there in time, but I don't think the tag was applied before she touched the plate. 2-run score. Zabala all the way to third. Zabala hit it well to center, and the wind may have helped her a little bit. It blew the ball over the center fielder's head. Pitch in the dirt. Pitch stays high. Another throw to third into left field. Zabala waited too long. If she would have gone right away, she would have had a shot for sure. Thought better of it. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 across. Ball 4. McIntosh will step in. Runners at first and third. Could have been a big inning, but that double play really changed things. Grounded foul down the left field line. Just a reminder, after the game, our own Angel Stephenson will have interviews with the coach of Antelope Valley and a player or two. Just missed. Williams on deck. Grounded to the hole. Into left field for a base hit, and it goes beyond the outfielder. 1 run scores. Everybody else moves up 1. Second and third, another run in. I have 3 across here in the 4th. That should make it 12-2. Williams did it again with a shot beyond the center fielder. 2 more runs score. Williams with a double and a couple of RBIs. That makes it 14-2. Throw back to second. Why not? Williams did not really have a lead, but the girls are trying. Alvarado back to work. Grounded weakly to third. Nice play there. The throw across. Not in time, and it goes beyond the first baseman. They're going to send her. Williams is going to come around to score. Another possibility. Now we got a pickle going. Will she make it back? Safely hit second. Williams scored on the play. Alvarado misses low. April Amber standing at second base. 6 runs across, swung on and missed. Ambrose takes third. Robles with her second at bat of the inning. Foul to the screen. Grounded foul at the plate. Real good location to hit the ball. Robles couldn't quite connect. Alvarado back to work. High and tight. Outfield straightaway in center, hugging the line and deep in left. Swung and a miss, down she goes. That will do it, however. 6 runs across here for Antelope Valley in the 4th inning. At the end of 4, 15-2, Lopes on top. We'll be back after this timeout. Newsom likes the shot, range the 3. Tonight, high school football action. Ground ball to third, big hop there. Cowan's going to come to the plate and she'll score. Shot on goal, here's goal. Wide open, takes the 3. Will he hit it? Yes, sirree. For the second goal.
He drove that ball pretty much right down the center there.
Throw to the plate, not in time. 2 runs across. Lattimore into the end zone. Kick is up and right through.
Benjamin around the ref. And he
Are
makes
you
it.
kidding me? Shot on goal, good. Cruz makes it 3-1.
What a finish. What a play at midfield.
We go to the top of the 5th. McIntosh staked to a big lead now, 15-2. Real possibility of the mercy rule being applied at some point soon. Lopes making ready. McIntosh getting her warm-ups in. I believe Aguilar's spot will be first. It is Eliana Aguilar getting ready to step in. Aguilar, Trimble's spot. Aravalo Dillon, due up here in the 5th. High and away. McIntosh to the plate. Missed again. 2-0. Outfield shaded a little bit to the right, swung on and missed, at least in center and right field. Left fielder guarding the line. That's Rico in left, Robles in center, a little bit to her left of second base. Swung on and missed. High, hard one. 2-2. Falcons making some noise in the dugout. Lopes have made noise on the field so far, up 15-2. Down she goes, inside corner at the knees. I heard a what from the dugout. One down. That's the 6th strikeout for McIntosh. Trinity to the plate. Too high. Lillian Trimble. Reached third base and was stranded. In the second. McIntosh to the plate. Fouled at the plate. Chased it. Trimble the batter. And Ravallo Dillon on deck. McIntosh to the plate. Tomahawk foul. Trimble in a hole, had to protect the plate. McIntosh back to work, way high. McIntosh with a 2-2 pitch, foul to the screen. Hope you're enjoying the action. You're watching it right here on L28. Just a reminder, next Tuesday, Paraclete versus Montgomery Bishop. We'll bring you the action. Fouled at the plate. That game's at 3:15 at Paraclete. Both these teams will be in action. Antelope Valley High School will play against Lancaster. Palmdale will be at home against league-leading Highland. All this coming Tuesday. McIntosh to the plate. Trimble now, worse for wear, getting nicked up on these foul balls. Still battling. McIntosh and Trimble. Trinity to the plate. Lifted in the air to left field. It's foul, though, and falls untouched. Trimble not going away. McIntosh with a 2-2 pitch. In the air, a dunker. But moving over and making the catch at short is Mejia, 2 down. Aravallo Dillon Singled and scored a run in the fourth, here in the fifth. McIntosh to the plate. Missed away. Inside corner. McIntosh back to the plate. Misses low and inside. Fouled away. (15-2). Lopes on top. McIntosh to the plate. Grounded foul. Back to the screen. Trinity McIntosh to the plate, way high. Payoff pitch. Strike three, but it gets away. The throw to first. They can't handle it. Palmdale's going nuts. They sound like they just won the World Series. Lots of enthusiasm. Coach Hanrahan says, shake it off, ladies. 1 on, 2 outs. I believe this is Zaragoza, the batter, a pinch hitter for Calderon, or Calderon's spot. Good pitch. Something about women's softball, the enthusiasm from the dugouts is just unmatched. McIntosh trying to get the third out. Line foul. The Falcons and the Lady Lopes. Here at Antelope Valley High School, 15-2. We're in the fifth. Arevalo Dillon gets ready to go. Pitch low. She's going to take second. Outfield shaded a tiny bit to left in center and left. Right fielder normal depth. Grounded up the middle. Could be a problem. Throw to first is not going to get there. First and third, infield single. Mejia cleanly fielded the ball, but just couldn't make a play on time. Arevalo Dillon made it hard. They didn't call interference, but it was a tough play for the shortstop. She had to wait for the runner in a sense. It should be Martinez at the plate. McIntosh swung on a miss. Runner takes second. Jasmine Martinez. Runners at second and third, 2 down. McIntosh misses low. In the dirt, nobody goes. Aravallo Dillon can run. She was going to second all the way. Now she's at third. Second and third, 2 down. Lopes on top, 15-2. Swung on and missed. McIntosh has 5 strikeouts. Trying to make Martinez her 6th. Trinity to the plate. Line drive, base hit into left field. That gets 1 home for sure, probably 2 now. Play at second, not in time. That makes it 15-4. Two RBIs. Jimenez, the batter, swung on and missed. Maya Jimenez had a rip. Line foul. Trinity looks in. And now to the plate. I think she got a piece of it. Runner on second. Martinez. Jimenez waits, delivery way high. I think she tried to get her to help out there. It's 1-2. McIntosh ahead of the count. Line foul. Good contact. Top of the 5th, 2 runs across. 15-4, Lady Lopes on top. McIntosh to the plate. This is away. Maya Jimenez for the Falcons. McIntosh to the plate. Swung on and missed. Down she goes. Fifth strikeout. I think that's going to be it. The mercy rule, I think, has been applied. Final score, 15-4. Lopes scored 6 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, 6 in the fourth. Palmdale got 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth, made lots of noise, and got 2 more in the fifth. As you see, both teams now shaking hands, high fives at home plate. The Lopes now are 2-8 in Golden League action, 6-11. The Falcons now fall to 0-16 and 0-10, and they're still spirited, a spirited bunch despite their record. The Lady Lopes trying to build on things, and right now we've got our own Angel Stephenson setting up. She's going to have an interview with Lady Lopes head coach Rick Hanrahan. That's coming up briefly. Once again, the final score, 15-4. Lopes on top. We'll be back with extended interviews after this extended timeout. L28 bringing you sports.
But we definitely got a good game today, Larry.
Hope you're enjoying the action.
Guys, keep it locked into L28 Sports.
And they're clapping it up. Let's go.
Welcome to Lancaster, California.
It's going to be a lot of friendly but fierce competition coming our way.
To the basket he goes, lays it up, and he's going to get an and one. Touchdown. Underneath it, could go all the way, but lays it up and in after the steal. On his horse, one man to beat. Off to the races momentarily.
Shout out to our viewers. Thank you for tuning into this L28 Sports live stream. Guys, we're here at Antelope Valley High School with head coach, Coach Hanrahan. The Lady Lopes just displayed a dominant performance against the Palmdale Eagles. Coach, by dominant, I mean 6 runs in 1 inning. The girls were stealing bases back to back. They were hitting balls into the outfield. One even went out of play. What did it mean to see the girls put on such a dominant display of performance today?
I'm extremely proud of them. To do this for the first time, I've been coaching here for 20 years, and that's the first time we ever beat Palmdale back-to-back twice in the same season. It hasn't happened in 20 years that I know since I've been here. I've been head coach for 3 years, and in the last 3 years, we've beat them 3 times now. And to me, it's huge, especially against a great team. Palmdale's good. They've got a great coach over there. The girls always played hard. We always get worried about playing against Palmdale and who's going to show up. Today, the girls really showed up, and I'm extremely proud of them.
Now, Coach, you said this is the first time in 20 years that you guys have beat Palmdale back-to-back. That's a historic achievement. What other historic achievements are you and the girls looking to make this season?
Just scoring against the other teams, Quartz Hill, Lancaster, Highland, who we got to see, and Pete Knight will be our final game. Just scoring against them. To score against those teams means huge things, means our girls. We have 4 freshmen on the team, and they're doing great. They're starters for us. We only have 1 senior, so we're a young team. And for them to do what they've done in the last few games, for us to win 6 games this year, is huge to us. We haven't won 6 games in years, so I'm extremely proud of them.
Coach, congratulations on your victory here today. We look forward to following you the rest of your season, and you guys watching at home, you guys are scoring against those other teams.
We're going to score. We're looking forward. And we got a great pitcher with she's only a sophomore. So we got a lot of young youth. We're looking good for next year even.
Well, Coach Hanrahan, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Guys, don't go anywhere. Coming up, we have senior Amber Breeze and their pitcher, McIntosh, right after this. Guys, we're here with Antelope Valley High School's varsity senior and also their pitcher, Trinity McIntosh. Now, you guys, powerful performance today. I mean, you guys did incredible. Being a senior, what does it mean to know that you're leaving the team, but it's in great hands?
I'm honestly super proud and so glad that I stayed all 4 years playing softball here at Antelope Valley High School, knowing how much the team has grown and knowing that it's being left in good hands with Coach Rick and Coach Mack and Coach T now. I'm very glad to be a part of it and say that this was a team that I played for.
And Trinity, not only are you a star pitcher, you're an all-rounder. I mean, offensively, defensively. What does it take to get up to that level?
Hard work, dedication, practice every day. Even if it's like an hour a day, 30 minutes a day, you got to practice. You also got to play with your team. You know, you got to get to know your girls. The more you have fun is the more you play better.
Now, again, being a senior, you're leaving high school. What are some of your plans that you hope to accomplish?
I hope to get into a 4-year university and get my bachelor's in either or with aerospace engineering or criminology. And maybe in the long run, maybe after 2 years, probably try to see if I can join in a sport again.
And a question for both of you, being on varsity, you being a sophomore, you being a senior, what would you say to those incoming underclassmen or even freshmen and sophomore who want to make varsity next year?
I would say that as long as you have a good attitude, you're going to be liked by the girls. If you have a good attitude, you're basically going to play well. So as long as you have that and good determination, then you'll be varsity level.
I'd probably say the same thing, as well as telling them to, as much as putting like dedication and hard work into it, also have fun with it. That's probably the top thing. You need to have fun with it and have fun with your team. Yeah.
Well, you guys, thank you so much for your time today. Congratulations on that victory. You guys absolutely killed it. Guys, be sure to follow along as AV continues to play throughout the season, and keep it locked into L28 Sports by subscribing to the City of Lancaster's YouTube channel at City of Lancaster. Click that notification bell to receive a notification every time a new live stream begins. This is April. This is Trinity. My name's Angel. Guys, stay warm, stay safe, stay hydrated, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
Newsom likes the shot, range the three. Tonight, high school football action. Ground ball to third, big hop there. Cowan's going to come to the plate and she'll score. Shot on goal, here's goal. Wide open, takes the three. Will he hit it? Yes, sirree. With a second goal.
He drove that ball pretty much right down the center there.
Throw to the plate, not in time. 2 runs across. Lattimore into the end zone. Kick is up and right through.
Benjamin around the ref. And he
Are
makes
you
it.
kidding me? Shot on goal, good! Cruz makes it 3-1.
What a finish. What a play at midfield.